Okay, this is the fourth. Eh,
You make me this, bring me up, bring me down, play it sweet, make me move like a freak.
Hi everyone, how are you? I hope you're fine and always stay at your home. I'm Zody and this is my fourth video in Avenger class for social speaking YouTube channel. So in this video, I want to talk about my hometown. Before that, I want to tell you about in this video, I will just show you some pictures of my hometown and explain it because I cannot go there in this situation. And in this video, I want to tell you the location, the history, the unique culture and the economic conditions of my hometown. Okay, let's go. In the previous video, I have told you that I was born in Singaraja, but my hometown is Mayong village. Because in Buleleng, we use patrilineal system that means we follow our father's line. So my father's hometown is my hometown too. Mayong village is located in Seriret Subdistrict, Buleleng Regency, Bali Province. It's not really far from Banyuning, Buleleng Subdistrict, so it just takes an hour. Before I continue to talk about my hometown, I want to talk a little about Buleleng Regency. Buleleng is one of 9 districts in Bali Province, which located in the north side of Bali. Buleleng Regency has 9 sub-districts such as Banjar, Buleleng, Busungbiu, Grogga, Kubutamahan, Sawan, Seririt, Sukasade, and Tejukule. Now, I want to tell you about Seririt. Seririt location is about 22 kilometers from Singaraja. Seririt has the most villages in Buleleng Regency. There are 20 villages such as Banjar Asam, Bestale, Bubunan, Gunung Sari, Joanyar, Kalianget, Kalisade, Lokepakse, Mayong, Munduk Bestale, Pangkung Paruk, Patemon, Pengastulan, Rangdu, Ringdikit, Sulanya, Tangguwisye, Ularan, Umi Anyar, and Unggahan. Okay, the next is in this part, I want to tell you about Mayong village. If you want to go to Mayong village from Singaraja city, you will pass Banjar subdistrict and several villages in Seririt such as Bubunan, Ringdikit, and Rangdu village. The next is the boundaries of Mayong village area. The north side of Mayong village is Banjar village. On the south, there is Busungbiu village. The east side is Bestale village and the west side is Rangdu village. In Mayong village, there are 2 kindergartens and 2 elementary schools. The kindergartens are TK Kusuma Bangsa 1 and TK Kusuma Bangsa 2. The elementary schools are SDN 1 Mayong and SDN 2 Mayong. Now, in this section, I want to tell you about the history of Mayong village. The story of Mayong village is very closely related to the journey of Ida Brahmana Ugrakulon from the land of Java, precisely from the kingdom of Blambangan. Ida Brahmana Ugrakulon went to Bali with his father along with 6 siblings in 1460. First, he went to Pulaki area, Grogga subdistrict. His journey separated from his siblings before the Mayong area. He had lived in the Great land in Karangsuung, current is local paksa area, Umah Maya or Ring Dikit, and Pohasam. After being in Pohasam, he received a conferment of Ide Batara Manik. 5 literatures such as Mang, Ang, Yang, Ung, Ong. With the conferment, he named the area Mayong Village. Mayong means the union of the real world with the spiritual realm. Ide Brahmana Ugra Kulon succeeded in building 3 temples such as Pura Dalam Kerta, Pura Dalam Pasupati or Pura Siwa, and Pura Gede or Pura Agung. And he held Pancawali Krama ritual on those temples in 1485. Since that time, the name of Mayong village was set. In Mayong village, they call the Mayong native as Putih Mayong. It's not just a name, but Putih Mayong is a descendant of the Kiai Kuda Panole, who was in the 7th century. He became the king of Madura, or now East Java, which in Madura was named Joko Tole, with his empress named Princess Koneng. Putih Mayong has no blood relationship with King Majapahit, but the founder of the Majapahit kingdom, Raden Wijaya, owed his life and owed a debt of gratitude to the Madura king named Wirayana, who was domiciled in Sumeneb. With the right political strategy, finally in a few years, Raden Wijaya was assisted by Wirayana, succeeded in establishing the Majapahit kingdom in a forest called Tarik, where the Madurais became the main force of Raden Wijaya in the military, government, and economic fields. In the Gajah Mada expansion to Bali, Wirayana's descendants did not take part in the Bali expedition, but assistance from the rear line with advice in the military was given directly by Kiai Kuda Panole. Putih Mayong people were recruited to become the core troops of Goa Cadets, brave troops who thrilled the king of the kings in southern Bali. When the warriors of Taruna Goa attacked Tabanan and Badung by destroying the Walukarut temple in 1652, the Goa Cadet troops were invaded by thousands of large wolves. They call it Putih Mayong because indeed the most of the skin is white. The relationship between Putih Mayong and Pase Bendesemes Taman Pula, because she was given an award by the Hyang Niratu for giving her daughter as a rabbi. Her descendants were Pedandemas. In West Bali, there are also residents of Pasar Dalam Madura, Putih Mayong, because after attacking Tabanan and Badung, when they return to the village of Mayong, there might be a chance to reach the state. Before I continue to tell you about the culture, I want to tell you about Subak Pohasam. Geographically, Subak Pohasam or irrigating rice fields in Pohasam belongs to Mayong village administration area. Mayong village is divided by a river called Sukat Mengaum, which runs from north to south. In 2010, Subak Pohasam advanced to the national level water user farmer association after winning first place in the Subak competition in Bali province. At the national level, Pohasam Subak ranks in the top 5 because it is supported by organized institution, maintenance of irrigation system, and financing system in managing water use. This is a proud achievement. But unfortunately, this advantage has not been able to be highlighted to the maximum. With this achievement can actually make Subak Pohasem as a place to study, especially in the field of Subak, which has become a UNESCO cultural heritage. The superiority and uniqueness of Subak Pohasem can also be used as tourism promotion for ecotourism, which is being promoted by the government of Buleleng Regency. Aside from Subak Pohasem, Mayong village also has a unique temple called Pura Gede or Pura Batursari. Unlike other temples, which have several Pelinggih buildings, Pura Gede only consists of a collection and large pile of stones. The people here are purifying this temple because it is believed that this is where the ancestor of Mayong village residents came from. Surrounded by clear Subak water flow and expanse of green rice field, as well as large trees, make this temple so magical and beautiful. But unfortunately, the lack of relics of the existence of serious research make when the establishment of this temple is not known with certainty. To the south of Pura Gede, there are also a number of small Pelinggih. One of those is Pelinggih Dewa Ayu, Celi Mangkep. Pelinggih is believed to provide fertility and prosperity for villagers. Recently, the Buleleng Regency government has improved the Mayong to Pohasem road, and most recently the Pohasem to Banjar via Santal, so that the flow of transportation to reach Mayong village, specifically Subak Pohasem, is easier. This is in accordance with the Buleleng Regency government's program to promote old village tourism or Baliage. With the existence of this route from Banjar village, which is culturally more established in terms of tourism culture, it takes only about 15 until 20 minutes to reach Mayong village through hilly areas with panoramic views of the sea and hills. The next is about the culture of Mayong village. There is a unique tradition to hunt a male deer and a female deer for ritual on Pura Desa. Before that, the villagers pray on Pura Siwa. Then, a few days after that, they go to the beach for a ritual called Melasti in Balinese. In the ritual on Pura Desa, there is also Rejang Dewa dance be danced in the middle of the ritual. This ritual be held every 5 years and coincide with Purnama Sasekapat in Balinese. Mayong village also has a sacred dance, and the name is Rejang Sakral Lanang Dance. This dance is unique because it only consists of 4 movements, which are always used repeatedly from the beginning of the dance to the end of the dance, so that the structure of this dance uses a single structure. The 4 movements include Agam, Nengkleng, Ninda, and Nutup. And this is also a unique tradition in Mayong village. When Pengurpukan before Nyepi or Silence Day, the villagers in Mayong village are prohibited to parading ogoh-ogoh because since the days of the ancestor never made statues or decoration like giants in traditional celebration. So they just can lit a lot of torches on the side of the road. If the villagers violate this ban, they will get distressed. Like in 1993, the youth in Mayong village violated this, and the effect was villagers got diarrhea and TBC. Okay, now I want to talk about the economic condition of Mayong village. Most of Mayong villagers work as farmers in rice fields. The farmers harvest every 4 months, so they harvest 3 times a year. The rice fields use terracing system, and the terracing system is a conservation method by creating terraces that are carried out to reduce the length of the slope, retain water so that it reduces the speed and amount of surface runoff, and increases the chance of water absorption by the soil. Because of this system, we can see the beautiful view of Mayong village, which can be a tourist attraction. There is also Mayong village trekking tour. So by this feature, the tourists can know more about Mayong village and see the beautiful view with a tour guide. These are some pictures about Mayong village trekking tour. They can enjoy the view of the rice fields in Mayong village. There's also a new tourist attraction called Mayong Selfie. This place is really awesome. We can refresh our mind by watching the beautiful view of Mayong village and also with the fresh air. To enjoy the scenery in Mayong Selfie, there are 3 paths to choose from. The first, from Mayong village, cross the river through Pengangon Bridge. The second path is through Bestalo village and Munduk Bestalo village. During the second path, you can enjoy the beautiful view on your right and left side with the trees and the rice fields. The third is through Banjar village and Banjar Dinasantal. If you want to travel to Mayong Selfie, you can use a motorcycle or car because the road to get there has been improved and expanded. Near Mayong Selfie, there is a temple called Pura Bedugul, so if you want, you can pray there. There is also a tourist favorite restaurant, and the name is Bali Panorama. Many tourists who have holiday in Mayong village love to eat on this restaurant because they can enjoy tasty Indonesian food and the beautiful view of Mayong village. And these are some pictures of Bali Panorama restaurant. I usually go to Mayong village with my family on holiday and on Balinese events like Galungan and Kuningan. I like to stay there because the air is really fresh and far from the city noise. My uncles, my aunts, and my cousins live there. If I go there, I will visit them. My favorite place is my uncle's house in Pohasem because the view on my uncle's house is really beautiful. It is near Mayong Selfie, so if I want to refresh my mind by the beautiful view, I can go to Mayong Selfie to enjoy it. There I can see wide rice field from the south to the north side. When the sun starts to set, Wow, the sky is really beautiful and I can see the sun looks like try to hide behind the hills. The air also really fresh. I mean, every place of my own village have fresh air because the use of motor vehicles is not too much. Because of this COVID-19 pandemic, I cannot go to my own village because I have to stay at home in order to stop the spread of coronavirus. And from my uncle information, my young villagers do the same things as we do in Singaraja. They stay at home and they only go to outside when they really need something like foods or in emergency situation. They also spray disinfectant and keep their body and house clean. They close the tourist attraction like Mayong Selfie for a while. So that's all about Mayong Village. I hope by this video you can know more about my hometown. Thanks for watching. Stay at home and healthy by keep your body clean. Bye bye.